Hello everyone, welcome to my channel KLFS Pro. In previous part we had discussed about how to use ternary operator, how to use nested ternary operator. In today's session we are going to see how to use typecasting, how to do implicit typecasting and explicit typecasting.
Typecasting operator is used to convert one data type into another data type. So two types of castings are there. One is implicit casting and another one is called as explicit casting. Now if you want to check implicit casting, so let's say that I am using a variable int a is equal to 12 and then I am using a variable char and I am writing b is equal to a. And then I am writing here int c is equal to b minus a. If you see, b is a character data type and a is a integer data type. So a character cannot be subtracted, integer cannot be subtracted from the character. And that is why logically here it should give me error. But C++ compiler will automatically convert this b into integer. Now to convert character into integer, it will consider its ASCII value. So ASCII value of a is 65 and that is why in place of b, it will consider 65. So what will happen here is 65 minus 12. So if I do 65 minus 12, then it is going to give me answer as 53. So it will store 53 in C. And if I write C out C, then I should get the answer as 53. So I am saving this code. I am opening command prompt and here I am using G++ and the name of the program is implicitcast.cpp. And if you see, I did not get any error, and if I say a.exe, I am getting answer as 53. No error will be given. It will automatically convert character into integer. Similarly, if I am writing here float d is equal to, and I am writing a plus 5.5. So now I am trying to add a float number into a integer number. So it will convert this float number into integer, then it will add it into 12 and we should get answer here as 17. Now suppose the type of d is also int, so I should get answer as 17. So float will get automatically converted into integer and then I will get answer. Suppose if I write float over here, then integer a will automatically get converted into float and then I will get the float addition. So here I should get the addition as 12 plus 5.5, which is 17.5, and since the variable d is float, so I will get answer as 17.5. So if I write C out d and if I run the program, I'll have to recompile it because we have done the changes, and if I run the program, then I will get the answer as 17.5. So here what is happening is automatically the character is getting converted into integer in this expression, or integer is getting converted into float in this expression. So this conversion is happening automatically. So this type of conversion is nothing but called as implicit typecasting. But there are lot of chances are there that in implicit typecasting there is loss of data when you are shifting the data from greater size memory into smaller size memory. For example, if you consider int and if you try to shift the number double into int, so for double we have 8 bytes and for integer we have 4 bytes. So shifting data from 8 byte to 4 byte is shifting data from bigger location to smaller location, which may lead to loss of data, and hence we have to be careful when we are using implicit typecasting. And hence to show that I am aware of that I am shifting data from bigger location to smaller location, at most of the places it is better to go for explicit typecasting. Now how to use explicit typecasting? So in explicit typecasting, suppose I am declaring a number here called as double a is equal to 34.56 and I want to write here int b is equal to a plus 5.5 6. Now if you notice here, A is number double, A is of type double and B is of type integer. So here double will get converted into integer. For double, we allocate 8 bytes and for integer location, we allocate 4 bytes. So we are trying to transfer the data from 8 byte to 4 byte, which is actually from transferring from bigger location to smaller location. And hence over here, before A, it is always better to write explicitly that I am aware that I am shifting the data from 8 bytes to 4 bytes and I'm okay with it, and that's why we are writing here integer, which is explicitly I'm specifying convert double into integer. So this is nothing but called as explicit typecasting, and here we have to add the data type into brackets before the variable name which I want to convert. So this is nothing but called as explicit typecasting. Now if I want to print the answer, then I can use here cout B. I'm saving this particular file by name explicit demo.cpp, and if I try to execute this by writing G++ and to run the file I'm using a.exe, you can see that I'm getting answer 39. I'm not getting any error. So here what will happen, this 34 will get converted into integer and it will remove this fraction portion of it. Similarly here from 5.6 I'm losing 0.6 over here. So this is implicit typecasting into integer is happening, and this is explicit typecasting is happening. So if you are transferring data from bigger location to smaller location, to make our program more readable, it is better to go for explicit typecasting, which indicates that we are sure and we are aware that we are shifting the data from bigger location to smaller location. So this is how you can use typecasting operator. Here you can use any data type for transferring the data from one data type into another data type. And this is how you can go for cast operator. Ampersand we have already seen, star we have already seen. These two operators we will be discussing whenever we'll go for object-oriented programming. And comma operator is useful for writing sequence of operations. So if you want to perform multiple operations, then you can go for comma separated expressions. You can give comma separated list of expressions. So these are various operators we had discussed about till now in the past 4 sessions, in which we have talked about arithmetic operators, assignment operators, relational operators, logical operators, bitwise operators, miscellaneous operators. Relational operators and logical operators we are going to discuss in more details when we will talk about if statement.